as you know, the Friends are can be classed anywhere from fans to rabid fans about this railroad, which is why they come here and work. Do you foresee any things that you particularly want the Friends to do that can enhance ridership?
I think that everything they do is directed, and I think they would say so too, at least I hope so, is directed toward improving the health of the railroad. The more the railroad looks healthy and alive, the better we'll do. Certainly the improvement of the look of the structures is a big help. The improvement in the non-operating fleet that I know they've mostly been involved with is a big help. It makes the railroad look more presentable and attractive and vibrant, and all of those things are a plus. And of course they are our goodwill ambassadors. You know, we're really all in this together now. And this, you know, we've kind of got a new model now. In the past, all the way back to 1970, you know, there was mostly kind of an outside operator. And I realized that there were two iterations of people who had come mostly out of the Friends to create nonprofits. But now that it really is in the Commission's hands, you know, it's kind of, we are it and we are us, you know, and we're sort of all in this thing together now. So we either all swim together or we all sink together. So I'm looking for us really to work together. I'm looking for the Friends, along with the very valuable physical things they do for us, to be our you know, goodwill ambassadors, and tell and share the railroad with all the people they know who are not currently riding the railroad.
We view ourselves as the caretakers of the non-revenue assets, and now our work is turning even more to what we hope will enhance visitor experience, so that people will come and stay and see more than just a train ride.
Right, and that's exactly as it should be, and that's what I'm looking for as well. I realize that you guys are charged with the sort of museum aspect and that interpretive part of the railroad, where I am mostly going to be focused on trying to run a business successfully enough that we can all continue to do this stuff.
Our logo is a couple of gloves handshaking.
Right.
And we consider ourselves hopefully a good partner.
Right, and of course I was not, I was here pretty early on in the life of the Friends, back when Bill Locke was running it. One of the early things that we did here, the Friends and the railroad together, was when we first ran the Rotary in '91, and I believe that operation provided a substantial boost in membership for the Friends and helped generate some of the monies that was used to get the tank cars back from Alaska. So I am very interested in working with the Friends in those kinds of projects, you know, where they can be win-win, not only for the business, but you know, for the historic side of it as well. Of course, if the business can't succeed and were to fail, then, you know, we'd be in a real tough spot, because it's an awful long ways from anywhere to have a static museum.
Yeah.
And we don't want to go there.
Nobody in either organization, commissioners, management, or the Friends, we want to wipe the word static museum out of our vocabulary.
Exactly. What I have always considered this place to be, and still consider it to be, really, is what I call unself-conscious living history. It's simply, unlike Williamsburg, Virginia, and a couple of other places, Old Saybrook, Mystic, Connecticut, which are intentionally, playing the past. What we do here is we just plain live it. And I'm looking for us to continue that. I'm looking for us to continue to do things the way that they used to be done. That almost more than anything helps to show the public what railroading was really like. It wasn't just about train rides. It was about fixing cars and taking coal and washing engines and cleaning fires and working around a depot and all that stuff. And what is remarkable here is that with this stuff, largely it's still done the way it used to be done. And I look for that to continue and be enhanced as we go forward.
We're anxious to facilitate that living museum aspect because this railroad was the heart and life of this area. And there are people that you can run into still that remember when it was the way they got to town. Mm-hmm. So we're very anxious to provide the supporting set, if you will, if you think in terms of a movie, that it be an authentic set.
Right. And that's exactly what I'm looking for us to show the public is that sort of time machine.
Do you have any things that you want to particularly tell our audience, which is the friends that come to our website and look at this video? Or that
Crassly, yes. Come, ride the train, buy a ticket, bring your friends.
And work.
Wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. Yes, and for the friends also work. Yes. I'm not expecting much from you except everything. Lots of work, lots of help, lots of cooperation on both sides, doing stuff together. We really do want to rebuild, and revitalize a fabulous piece of Americana that we are lucky enough to have here. And of course, an awful lot has been done. I mean, we've come a long ways from when they first decided they would save the railroad. We've still got a long ways to go. Everybody who has participated and contributed in the past, we stand on their shoulders. I remember when I first got here in the late 89 through 90, spring of 96, and the stuff we did, and I thought back about Bernie Watts and Rich Braden and John Olberg and the guys that first did it as C&TS, and how much easier everything was for me than it had been for them. Just what were now really simple things, that now being 1989, compared to what they'd been in 1970. And that has continued. Lots of things that we can do in the shop now that when I was here, I never dreamed we would be able to accomplish. We do all of our own wheel work now. When I was here, all that wheel work had to go to Durango. So we're getting more and more capable. So what we really need now, we've got a much better track structure than we've got now. So lots of things have improved. We still have a ways to go, but I think we're on the right track. And if we can get the ridership back to the kinds of numbers where it can be more self-sufficient, I think we'll be in position to do some of the things that I had dreamed we would be doing already. I'd love to see us back to 6 or more functioning steam locomotives and be in position to run rotary trains whenever we had enough snow or chose to do it, and all sorts of things like that. Additionally, if we can get to a point where we can run recreated San Juan type consists, that would be fabulous. So I'm looking for us to do those kind of things, to be able to recreate things that in the past were only dreams.
Sounds to me like you're telling me and our viewers that we have plenty of job security.
As long as we can keep it alive, we've all got plenty of work to do. There's not going to come a time when we're sitting back thinking, boy, it's just all been taken care of. No, that's not going to happen. We've got a lot to do, and we've got a lot of dreams about what we can do, going forward.
John, thank you very much for spending this time with us.
Oh, you're quite welcome. It's been a pleasure.